everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I am in Shanghai with Jackie, one of the Lego community representatives here, and we're going to be chatting a little bit about the Lego community in China and talking about what all Lego is doing to reach fans here. So thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, you're welcome, and welcome to Shanghai as well. So this is Jackie. I was known as the community manager for Asia, but now after the restructure, my new title was the market integration for China specifically. So my role has been moved into engaging with the Chinese community and also make sure the China markets understand the value of the community and also bring these two parties closer and closer to each other. And most importantly, because China is a big market, and we hope to leverage the effort from the China business unit to further develop the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then maybe dive a little more into that, talk about kind of how you're reaching the community in China, what the community is like as far as lugs and shows that might happen here.
Sure. So far we have 5 recognized communities. 4 of them are LUGs, as we know as physical groups. One of them recently we transferred that from LUG into the online communities because they are mostly operated as a forum. So these guys, they are doing quite well. Some of the groups, they are locally based. They're doing shows in Beijing, Shanghai, and also we recently get 2 new communities in Shanghai and also in Guangzhou, the southern part of China. And they exhibiting their the models which are representing their local culture and the local historical buildings in their own cities. And just 2 months from now, in August, we'll be having the second April Festival of China. We'll be assembling, I think this year, if we get luck, we're getting more than 100 AFOs in China to displaying their cool models together, and they will also do some workshops engaging with the publics and themselves as a social networking event.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So the community is expanding really quickly then, and more shows are being added. Yeah. What are you doing as far as like the company here in China to reach kids, and how is that expanding? What are some of the most popular themes within China?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about the most popular themes. So I think that the core lines, the cities, Friends, and Ninjago, they're all doing very well. And also with the movie, the superheroes are also picking up very quickly in China. And talking about the business, and we are opening up very rapidly about the certified stores in China, and also we are opening another brand retail store in Shanghai next second half of this year. I think more and more presence has been built into the China markets will definitely bring a lot of attention to the family and kids in China.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And you mentioned something interesting there that I think is sort of unique to this region of the world as far as the certified stores versus kind of actual brand retail Lego stores. So what are some of the differences there between how those operate?
Yeah, so the brand retail store are fully operated by the Lego Group ourselves, and all the employees and staff working in that store are all employed by the Lego Group. So basically, they will get everything as same as Lego employee. They will get the Christmas present set, and they will get all the rest as we do. For the certified store, the store operate as the same concept everywhere. It's under a big Lego logo, but the store setup are based on a Lego concept, but store are operated by a third-party customer. Everything, including the store decoration and also the promotional period, that has to falling into the same discussion with the Lego Group. So it's you will be feeling the same experience in both stores. We are trying very hard to deliver the same level of experience in both stores. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then another thing from this part of the world and this community here that people have followed pretty closely is the issue with like clone brands and things like that. So if you can maybe give an update to people who have kind of followed what's going on there and what the latest with that situation is.
Yeah, so our legal team are fighting pretty hard on the court They are having a lot of, they're trying to close this case as soon as they can. But I don't know 100% about the latest updates. So hopefully we'll be able to give you some good news very soon. And also I hope that with the development of the Lego business in China and building up the presence, and hope the family and the kids in China will be able to reach and access to Lego products as they don't necessarily be able to in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit about the community in China. If we can talk a little bit more about this building that we're in right now and kind of what this office is used for Lego, and then kind of what your role is here.
Yeah. So this is the Lego Shanghai Hub. If you notice that the hub is a concept that in different region. So we have a hub in UK, in London, and a hub in Singapore, and also the hub in Shanghai as the regional hub for the major main markets, to have the marketing team and the sales team to heading up the whole business in the region. So my role, I'm a part of the global community team, and headed up by Tomo. I was the community manager who is looking after the whole Asia region, engaging with the communities. The new role was half and half, engaging with Chinese community, developing the Chinese community, and there's also at the second half to make sure the markets they gets the value of the community, and also they will be bringing the value from the community back to the business, and make sure that the company will be working more closely with the community in China. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So that definitely kind of runs all out of this office here. Yes. So it's been helpful then to reach the local fans.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly in this office, we are at the pantry areas. The colleagues here, we are having our lunch at these places, and we just having our the Children's Day celebration in this area. If you see the balloons and this decoration in the background, that's the Children's Day concept.
They know how to party here at the Shanghai Hub office.
Oh yeah, and they do a lot of Lego quiz and stuff. I thought I was saying Joshua should be as a contestant and win the biggest prize here. Yeah,
that's right. I should have gotten in on the festivities.
Exactly. Yes.
So then another part of your role is you go to some shows throughout the year. So there's one coming up here in Japan that we will be at as well covering. So talk about when you're at a show like that, what are your activities like?
Just trying to talk as many people as possible and trying to learn what's coming up the next, what's the latest thing in their minds. And also I will spend some time with the event owner and to checking up if everything went well for that event, if there's the support has been went through, and how's the whole organization. Is that too pressure and everything? Just trying to catching up with the event owner and make sure that the event is going on next year and that year after year. And also another thing is that we are also trying very hard to invite the Lego representatives to be a part of that event. For the example is that we are inviting Lego Japan marketing team to visit that event, and at the event I will be giving a guided tour for the Lego representatives, just to make sure that they will be getting more knowledge about the community, what is the beauty part they can get from the community.
Right, so really try to bridge that gap between like the Lego representatives and the fan community.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's really great. So I appreciate you so much joining me for this chat and showing us around the office. Final question for you personally, as your own building, do you have a favorite theme?
Yeah, my favorite theme is superheroes. I'm collecting the whole Marvel theme product lines. I think I've completed a collection.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm not talking about Comic Cons. I wanted to do that, but I think that I have a few steps to go. Yeah.
Aftermarket gets a little too much there.
Yeah, exactly. And also talking about the creations, I always wanted to build my grandparents' old building. Edwin always said he left the space for me for the Japan Brick Fest, but I never achieved that. I will try to do that some years from now. I think I started the base plate already.
You've got a space at the convention whenever it shows up.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.